So hi guys, welcome back to the grand finale of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. England women taking on Australia women. It's an El Clasico, that is for sure. The grand finale, of course, are both Australia and England winning their respective semi-finals and thoroughly deserved their place in this summit clash in this final. And Australia women have won the toss and elected to bowl first. This match is happening at the Lord's Cricket Ground in London, the home of cricket in Lord's. That is where this grand finale is happening. We can call it El Clasico simply because the two best teams in women's cricket are going head to head against each other in this big final to see who becomes the champions of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. So England have not gotten off to the best of starts, 14 for 1 after 2.5 overs. Australian bowlers have started really well, and it will be a dot ball to finish the over, so it will be 14 for 1 after 3 overs. We'll just look at the changes made by both the teams today ahead of this big final. So as far as England women are concerned, they are unbeaten. Both these teams are unbeaten in this tournament. So Nat Silverbrunt, England women are unchanged in this final. They are going in with the same team which played the semi-final against South Africa women, and even Australia are unchanged, I think. Yeah, Australia women are also unchanged from their semi-final win against West Indies. So I think that's a good news for Australia, is that Elise Perry is playing this final. She got injured against West Indies while during the run chase. Elise Perry got injured, and she had to leave the crease. She was batting well, but suddenly she said that she's injured and she retired hurt in that semi-final, which didn't cost much for Australia. But she has recovered well, and she's playing this final. So both these teams playing with their full strength teams, which have been unbeaten throughout this tournament. Both these teams have not lost a single game in this tournament en route to the final. So that makes it even more cracking. The Ashes rivals going head to head against each other. If England women wins this final, then it will be their second win. It will be their second title in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. They won it in 2009. After that, they will be winning it now if England women manage to win this game. If Australia win, though, it will be their 7th title in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. So stakes are very high for both these teams, and just to keep in mind that England women have never lost a home World Cup in any format, even in the 50-over format and in the 20-over format. England women have always won a home World Cup. And there's another streak as well, where England women have never beaten Australia women in a World Cup final till now. So either of these streaks have to end today. We need to see which streak ends. Whether England women can defeat Australia women for the first time in a World Cup final, or whether England can finally lose a World Cup at home. Sophie Molyneux now with new bowler into the attack, and Danny Weir-Hodge comes down the wicket, hits it in the gap, and that'll run away for 4. No one there at deep point. And Danny Weir-Hodge starts the over with a boundary. What a welcome to the bowling crease for the captain of Australia. This time it's short and wide, and Danny Weir-Hodge cuts it towards point and picks up another single. So Natalie Silverbrunt is back on strike. Third ball of the over. This time again driven straight to covers. Another dot ball from Molyneux. This time again coming down the wicket. It's thrown towards point. Looking for the single there. The throw was flat towards Beth Mooney. But has Danny Wyatt-Hodge made her ground? That is the big question. Attempting a quick single there. Nat Silverbrunt. I think she has just about made her ground. She has made her ground, Danny Wyatt-Hodge, so it will be not out. Two more deliveries left in this over. Ooh, looking to sweep there. But I think she got hit on the helmet probably. Another dot ball from Molyneux. So 6 runs have come from this over. This is a really good start from Australia with the ball. This time flicked away by Danny Wyatt-Hodge, but straight to square leg. And another dot ball from Molyneux. Another dot ball to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over. And England women are 20 for 1 after 4 overs. So Annabel Sutherland is the new bowler into the attack for Australia. I think it's a good toss to win for Australia women, winning the toss and bowling first. Because if anyone remembers, at this same venue, Australia women chased down 171 against India and knocked them out of the World Cup. The straightaway straying onto the pads. And that's flicked away by Nat Silverbrunt to the boundary for 4. Erring in line there, Annabel Sutherland. And paying the price for it, Nat Silverbrunt picks up her second boundary in this innings. She is a very, very important batter if England are to get to a good total in this first innings. This time again moves across the stumps, flicks it leg side towards deep square leg, and Nat Silverbrunt picks up another single. This time Danny Wyatt-Hodge defends it towards point and picks up another single. So Nat Silverbrunt is back on strike. 6 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. Still 3 balls left. Oh, there's a no ball here. There's a no ball. Annabel Sutherland has overstepped. It's going to be a no ball and a free hit. So it will be a free hit delivery coming up. Free hit delivery from Annabel Sutherland. Silverbrunt swings it leg side, found the gap again, that'll run away for 4. So the extra ball has costed a boundary for Australia. She set herself up, she had to keep swinging, wasn't it? It was a free hit. And another boundary for the captain of England, Nat Silverbrunt. This time it's on the pads. Nat Silverbrunt flicks it leg side and picks up another single. And I really need to check whether it went off the bat or the pad. Could be one leg bias, I think. So Nat Silverbrunt had a long injury, didn't play in the group. I mean, she got injured against Ireland. Ooh, there's an appeal for a catch here. There's an appeal for a catch, but the umpire has given it as a wide. That was almost strangled down the leg side. I think they're going for the review, are they? They're having a discussion here, the Australians. Yes, and Molineux goes for the review. So we need to have a look at this one. Was there just a little bit of bat involved in that? That is the big question. It's given as a wide by the umpire, which means there was no bat or pad involved. But that is why they have taken the review. Well, there is glove involved. There is a spike as the ball passes the bat. It's going to be another big wicket here. Dear, oh dear. Danny Wyatt-Hodge might well have to go. Just checking for the fair catch. I think the catch has been taken cleanly as it. So England getting themselves into trouble here. Because, I think mainly because the keeper bobbled it. Beth Mooney, the keeper, normally a really good wicket keeper. She bobbled it but completed the catch eventually. So I think this will be overturned. It's a really good review from the Australians. And they might well have another wicket here. Annabel Sutherland once again getting the breakthrough. So the decision overturned, finger goes up. And wickets continue to tumble for England. 2 down now, both the openers gone for England women. Danny Wyatt-Hodge unable to contribute, out for just 8. And England women are 32 for 2 after 4.5 overs. So Alice Capsey is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 4 for England women. This is a grand final. Australia winning an important toss, electing to bowl first. And they have bowled really well, at least till now. And if Australia will be telling to themselves now, if they can get rid of Nat Silverbrunt, that will be the biggest wicket possible in this finals. The last ball of the over coming up from Annabel Sutherland. That's on a good length, defended towards point, and Alice Capsey gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. So 13 runs came from that over from Annabel Sutherland, including the wicket of Danny Wyatt-Hodge. And England women in a little bit of trouble here in this big final, 33 for 2 after 5 overs. So as far as England are concerned, they are still searching for their first World Cup win since 2017. 2017 was the last time they ever won a World Cup. And in 2017, England women defeated India in the final from an improbable situation. They managed to trigger a collapse for India, and they won that game. It was a 50-over World Cup, which they won in 2017. And before 2017, they won it only in 2009. So England have always been having these long droughts. And that is because even though England are better than all the other teams when it comes to a World Cup, they have always been one step below Australia. You look at the number of finals which England women have lost against Australia, way too many finals they have lost, England. They always win against other teams, but Australia has been a nemesis as far as the England women's team is concerned. There's no denying that fact. Australia are a nemesis for everyone. Australia are a nemesis for India. They are a nemesis for South Africa. They are a nemesis for England also. Particularly Australia women's team, I would say. They are a nemesis for everyone, that is for sure. And if you need to win a World Cup, you need to be able to defeat them. That's again punched away straight to covers, and Alice Capsey gets off the mark. Alice Capsey picks up another single. And that is the thing, isn't it? England women have not defeated Australia women in a final so far. So can they break that drought today? It's the toughest challenge as far as England is concerned. Third ball of the over coming up. Looking to drive a little bit of an inside edge towards deep square leg, and Nat Silverbrunt picks up another single. I think this is a big game, big final. I think England women won't mind batting first, but provided they can have wickets in hand, because they've already lost 2 wickets. They are looking in a precarious position so far. Something about this Australian team, isn't it? They missed out. They couldn't make the finals in the last 2 World Cups. And this Australian women's team, you cannot keep them down for long. Australia women are a team that cannot take tournament defeats. They are obsessed with winning. So if you defeat them in a tournament, then as they say, wounded tigers are very dangerous. Wounded tigers are more dangerous than hungry tigers. They become wounded, and because they become wounded, they'll come back even more dangerous in the upcoming tournaments. As we see another no ball here. What is happening here with these Australian bowlers? Lucy Hamilton has overstepped. It's going to be a no ball and another free hit. So a free hit delivery coming up from Lucy Hamilton. Round the wicket to Alice Capsey. Oh, this time it's pulled away. But straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. Oh, almost a chance of a run out there. Almost a chance of a run out. They'll get through for a single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Nat Silverbrunt is back on strike. This time cut away again out towards deep extra covers. And another single for Natalie Silverbrunt. So it's been a slow start here from England women. They have not gotten off to an aggressive start or anything. And remember, Australia chased down 171 at this venue. So we don't know whether 170 will be enough. The 170, 180 will be winning totals against other teams, but not against Australia. Because any batter in that Australian team can take the match away from the opposition. They are a team filled with match winners. If one batter fails, another batter can cause damage. If that another batter fails, another batter can cause damage. I mean, they bat so deep. That's cut away again. Towards deep extra covers again, and Alice Capsey picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over from Lucy Hamilton. And England women are 39 for 2 after 6 overs after the power play. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So England women looking to maintain their record of winning home World Cups in women's cricket. They have never lost a World Cup at home. That shows how dominant England women have been at home. But they face their toughest test in this finals, that is for sure. You have to feel for South Africa, and this is exactly why I was saying, any South African fans watching this, whenever South Africa is involved, you need to be prepared for the worst. They lost in the semi-final against England. It was always going to be tough. Beating England women in England for a team like South Africa, who are kind of inconsistent, was always going to be tough, and that is why England really won by a big margin, in fact, against South Africa. But unfortunately, again, the wait continues as far as South Africa is concerned, and just not able to cross the line when it comes to World Cups, whether it's men's cricket or women's cricket. Still championship last year, and they have only that one title to show in the last 20 to 30 years. That's the only tournament they have won, the World Test Championship. But unfortunately, again, when it comes to the T20 World Cup or One Day International World Cup, South Africa women's team or men's team, they are crumbling when it matters the most. And this is exactly why I said when South Africa defeated India, when South Africa qualified for the semi, because until they cross the line in a World Cup final, nothing is guaranteed with them. That is for sure. I'm very sorry if I'm harsh, but that is the truth when it comes to South Africa. Here. So we come to the end of the drinks break, and Georgia Wareham is the new bowler into the attack, a leg spinner, an all-rounder. Even if South Africa women had won their semi-final against England, still it would be tough for them to cross this Australia hurdle. Even if they had won their semi-final, I'm saying, against England, still beating Australia in a final. They lost it in 2023, isn't it? The Women's T20 World Cup final. They couldn't beat Australia in that final. So that is why I'm saying nothing is over until the final is over. So you cannot celebrate fully until you win the final. That is the bottom line. I mean, you can celebrate, but you cannot over-celebrate when you qualify for the semi-final or final. You need to be humble also. Nat Brunt is back on strike. Oh, looking for the paddle shot. It's towards deep fine leg. They might push for 2 here, and Nat Brunt will get 2. Another couple of runs for Nat Brunt. But now England are struggling a little bit. They need some momentum in this innings because Australia are currently having the advantage. This time driven again straight to covers, and another dot ball from Georgia Wareham. Three more deliveries left in this over. This time again flicked away out towards deep mid wicket. Nat Brunt picks up another single. They need some momentum here, England. In fact, I would say that England beating Australia in this final can also be termed as an upset, because that is the kind of domination that Australia women possesses when it comes to World Cups, such that even England defeating Australia, you leave out every other team, England women defeating Australia women can be termed as an upset. That is for sure. Because still you need to stop the monsters, Australia women, that is for sure, if you want to win a World Cup. 4 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over coming up. Ooh, that ball kept low. Elise Capsey looking to pull it away. Unable to make connection. So another good over here for Australia. Just 4 runs coming from that over. England really struggling to get momentum here. 43 for 2 after 7 overs. Any England fans watching, what do you feel about this situation? It's a big final, World Cup final. The time they won the Women's T20 World Cup was way back in 2009. So it has been a long wait as far as even England is concerned. It has been a long wait for England. And that is because Australia have, we just get a feeling that maybe, that also only maybe, they can be stopped. And they were stopped in the last couple of World Cups. The New Zealand, 2 times Australia were stopped. And that is why now we are getting a feeling that maybe they can be stopped. That also we cannot guarantee. We can only say that maybe a few World Cups, then you need to keep in mind that they will come back stronger in the subsequent World Cups as well. That's pulled away again, out towards deep mid wicket. That's over Brunt, picks up another single. Annabelle Sutherland now continuing into her second over. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. Elise Capsey is back on strike. Oh, that's on the pads. It's gone off the pads. Out towards deep fine leg. And Elise Capsey will pick up 1 leg byes. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Natalie Sewer-Brunt is back on strike. And this time again it's hit down the ground. Long on coming around. Boundaries have dried up a little bit for England. Only taking the singles at the moment. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Elise Capsey is back on strike. Ooh, that's a short ball. It's too high, given as a wide by the umpire. Elise Capsey has to reload that one again. And what is happening here with England? They have gone into a defensive mode. Current run rate is 6 runs and over. Well, England have been playing well in this tournament. They are also unbeaten. Both these teams are unbeaten. So you would have thought that England can challenge Australia, but suddenly are they feeling the pressure? It's the finals pressure getting to them also. Comes down the wicket, drives it out towards deep extra covers. Elise Capsey picks up another single to finish the over. So 5 runs came from that over from Annabelle Sutherland, and England women are 48 for 2 after 8 overs. Looks like it doesn't matter who is the captain for Australia women. They are going to play like they are. I mean, once Australia women know the brand of cricket they are playing, it becomes extremely hard to defeat them. England is the closest level when it comes to Australia, but even England is slightly bad than, I won't say bad. When you compare with Australia, England are one step below. And that is the standard of Australia, in all honesty. Full toss, and Capsey puts it away leg side for 4. Using her feet, gets it on the full and hits it towards deep mid wicket. A rare loose delivery from Ash Gardner there. I don't know whether the ball slipped out of her hands, but a very, very important boundary. First boundary for Capsey in this innings. 50 comes up for England with that boundary. This time Capsey pulls it away leg side towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Nat Silverbrunt is back on strike. This time again slow through the air. Nat Silverbrunt drives it towards covers and another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. 6 runs have come from this over so far. So Alice Capsey is back on strike. Down the track, that's a big strike. Huge shot from Alice Capsey. All the way for 6. Where was this all this while? She was struggling all along, not able to find one boundary. But suddenly they have decided that this is the over that they're going to target. A 4 and a 6 now from Alice Capsey. Brilliant use of the feet. Clean striking. First 6 in this big finals for England women. This time swept away by Capsey out towards fine leg, and another dot ball. Last ball of the over coming up. Tossed up again, uses her feet through the covers for 4. This is a big over for England. Alice Capsey turning it on here. 16 runs coming from that over from Ash Gardner, and England women are 64 for 2 after 9 overs. I'm sure I think many neutral cricket fans will be supporting England today, because I think Australia have won too many World Cups. So even England beating Australia will be interesting to watch. Sophie Molyneux is back into the attack, and Nat Silverbrunt again flicks it away leg side and picks up another single to start the over. The Australia women have won way too many World Cups, in all honesty. I mean, no one can match their legacy, that is for sure. If Australia managed to win this World Cup, I mean, just imagine. I think 9 editions of the Women's T20 World Cup have happened so far, and Australia have won 6 out of them. Appeal for LBW, and umpire says not out. Alice Capsey was looking for the reverse sweep. Are they going to go for the review? They had a successful review early on against Danny Viatot. She goes for another review here, Sophie Molyneux. So we need to have a look at this one upstairs. Was that struck in line with the stumps? Going for the reverse sweep there. It was a straight delivery from Sophie Molyneux. But yeah, coming back to what we were trying to say, only 9 editions have happened in the Women's T20 World Cup. Australia women's team have won 6 titles out of 9 editions. 6 titles in 9 editions. Only 3 times they have missed out. Just imagine what would have happened if they had won all those three occasions as well. But they missed out only 3 times. Seriously, that is... I don't know how to explain that domination. I think looks like there's some bat involved in that, so it will be not out, and they've lost a review, Australia. Now, Australia women missed out in 2009, 2016 and 2024. So the probability of Australia not winning a Women's T20 World Cup is like once in 7 or 8 years. So now that they have missed out in 2024, according to that probability, Australia should be winning today. I mean, they have been so consistent. I'm just telling it in that way. And that's a good paddle shot. Alice Capsey picks up another couple of runs. Goes for the reverse again. Oh, she's been castled, I think. She's been bowled. Earlier on, she survived a close LBW call where they went for the review, but this time around, why do you even need to worry about getting out LBW when you can get bowled? Once again looking for the switch hit, but missing it altogether and losing her off stump in the process, and Australia women have broken the partnership just when this partnership was starting to slowly build up. England lose another one. Alice Capsey has to go after scoring 23 from 20 balls. Third wicket goes down for England. The England women are now 67 for 3 after 9.4 overs. Well, just when the partnership was starting to build up, I mean, one would debate probably, was that shot necessary from Alice Capsey? Previous over was a good over. She took down Ash Gardner. I think she'll be better off hitting through the line instead of trying those innovative shots. But it's just a funny kind of a thing, isn't it? When you attempt a switch hit, when it comes off nicely, then we appreciate that's a very gutsy shot. But when it doesn't come off, we tend to question, was that shot necessary? A very, very risky shot attempted, but unfortunately led to her downfall. And now Heather Knight is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 5. Sophie Molyneux again striking. She is turning out to become a partnership breaker. She did this against West Indies, India, and now against England as well in this final. Heather Knight comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long on, and gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. So 4 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Alice Capsey, and England women are 68 for 3 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. So Kim Garth is back into the attack now. Heather Knight is on strike. Kim Garth coming over the wicket. That's a good length delivery, flicked away by Heather Knight out towards deep square leg, and picks up another single to start the over. So Natalie Siever-Brunt is back on strike. Second ball of the over. Gives herself room, flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket. And another single for Natalie Siever-Brunt. Third ball of the over. Again beautifully bowled. Kim Garth is very accurate. Balls stump to stump. Heather Knight defends it again. Another dot ball. And I think once again I think England are feeling the pressure. Three more deliveries left in this over. The boundaries are drying up a lot. Oh, looking to swing it away again, unable to make connection. Looking to play across the line there. Heather Knight 2 from 5 balls. Well, I think Alice Capsey should have played it a little bit more responsibly because she was just beginning to open up. She got a big over of Ash Gardner. Was there necessity to... a wrong time to get out, in all honesty, for Alice Capsey. Suddenly now the new batter comes in and has to take her own time to settle herself. That's an appeal for LBW. Playing across the line, finger goes up. Kim Garth strikes. I think that's plumb in front. Heather Knight will have a discussion whether she wants to go for the review or not. But Australia again, their disciplined bowling stump to stump, not giving anything away. And England are having problems here. Heather Knight has gone for the review, but I am sure that is very, very straight in front. And another wicket might be going down here for England. Only question is, will it be missing leg stump? It should be completely missing the stumps if Heather Knight has to survive. Because even an umpire's call will mean that Heather Knight will be out. So problems here for England. Australia, very, very disciplined bowling performance. Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. So it is curtains for Heather Knight. Both these batters formed a good partnership in the semi-final against South Africa, but not to be today. Heather Knight is on her way. And another wicket going down. The fourth one goes down for England. Heather Knight is out after scoring 2 runs from 6 balls, and England women are 70 for 4 after 10.5 overs. So Freya Kemp is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 6 for England women. Last ball of the over. Oh, again going for the drive and missing it altogether. What an over this is from Kim Garth. Just 2 runs coming from that over, including the wicket of Heather Knight. England in problems here, 70 for 4 after 11 overs. Big problems for England women, that is for sure. Nat Siever-Brunt is still there at the crease, but even she is batting at a runner ball. Now, if they can get rid of Nat Silverbrant, that could be the game, I think, for England. I mean, that could be the game for Australia, in all honesty, I think, because I don't know who else is going to take them to a match-winning total, batting first. So Georgia Wareham back into the attack. Oh, comes down the wicket, Nat Silverbrant. It's it past the bowler. Long on coming around. Good fielding at long on. The fielding and bowling of Australia are simply at another level. Once again showing why they are a top team when it comes to women's cricket. Look at that fielding once again at long on. Excellent fielding effort. Second ball of the over coming up. This time it's tossed up again. And Nat Silverbrant defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. This time going for the pull. Doesn't time it that well. Shy at the stumps of the non-striker's end, but single is completed. Nat Silverbrant is also struggling, in all honesty. 29 from 29 balls, run a ball. Batting at a strike rate of 100. I mentioned earlier she's coming back from an injury. She didn't play majority of the matches in the group stage. It was Charlie Dean who was actually leading England in the group stage. And I think Charlie Dean did a pretty good job, in all honesty, in the absence of Nat Silverbrant. And Nat Silverbrant made a comeback in the semi-finals, played a really good knock against South Africa. But playing against Australia in a final like this is a completely different situation altogether. This time swept away by Freya Kemp as she found the gap. No, deep mid wicket comes around. Another single for Freya Kemp. Well, we are talking about India women are not able to beat Australia in these kind of important games. Similar problem with England, isn't it? Similar problem with England. Even they are not able to defeat Australia. And no one ever complains about that. That's another wide down the leg side from Georgia Wareham. Has to reload that one again. I've never seen any England fan complaining about this particular stat, that England women have never beaten Australia in a World Cup final till now. But if it is India, then India will have 100 complaints whenever they lose or whenever they get knocked out of a World Cup. And that is the kind of craze that cricket has in India compared to other countries. I mean, I'm not saying that Australian women are not crazy about cricket, but they will take wins and losses. They will accept defeat graciously. Other teams. More gracious than India, I would think. Ooh, that's full again. Freya Kemp looking to drive. But unable to make connection. Another good over for Australia. There's 6 runs coming from that over. The pressure is on here. England women 76 for 4 after 12 overs. So Lucy Hamilton is back into the attack. Around the wicket to Nat Silverbrant is a slow ball, and Nat Silverbrant again defends it back to the bowler and picks up another single to start the over. Oh, leading edge in the air. It's in the gap. Out towards deep point. And Freya Kemp will push for another couple of runs. So again, 3 runs from the first 2 balls of this over. That's full, driven down the ground, straight down the ground for 4. It was in the slot from Lucy Hamilton, and Freya Kemp hitting through the line and picks up her first boundary in this innings. A boundary after quite a long time for England. A much needed boundary. First boundary for Freya Kemp. And this time Freya Kemp again plays it away leg side and picks up another single. This time driven down the ground by Nat Silverbrant towards long on and picks up another single. In fact, it's a dot ball straight to mid on. One more delivery left in this over. So last ball of the over coming up. Oh, moves across the stumps looking to sweep. Was there bat or pad in that? I think there was a bit of both. And Nat Silverbrant picks up another single to finish the over. You can say a better over for England. 8 runs came from that over. And England women are 85 for 4 after 13 overs. So Ash Gardner now back into the attack. A big slog sweep attempted. Bernard Silverbrant is taken the edge towards deep third man. And Natalie Silverbrant will pick up another couple of runs to start the over. Ash Gardner was very expensive in her first over, and that was because Alice Capsey decided to go after Ash Gardner. But now that Alice Capsey has been dismissed, I think Gardner can bowl with some freedom here. Current run rate is only 6.60. I would still say that Australia are ahead in this game now. This time flicked away again towards deep mid wicket. Freya Kemp looking to push for 2 here. Oh, fumble. A fumble at deep square leg allows Freya Kemp to pick up another couple of runs. That should have been stopped at square leg actually. This time down the track again, and Freya Kemp hits it down the ground to long on, picks up another single. 6 runs have come from this over so far. Still 2 balls left. This is a much better over for Ash Gardner. And as we said, previous over she was taken for runs when Alice Capsey was batting. But now Capsey has been dismissed. So, and both these batters, I mean, particularly the captain Nat Swirbrandt has not yet got going. That's swept away again towards deep square leg. And Natalie Swirbrandt again only able to take the single. Now, where are the boundaries going to come from for England? That is the big question. 7 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. It's full and on the pads. It's gone off the pads, I think. And Freya Kemp picks up another single to finish the over. Another good over actually for Australia. 8 runs have come from that over, and England women are 93 for 4 after 14 overs. And it's also the time for another drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break. Annabelle Sutherland back into the attack. That's swept away, pulled away again by Freya Kemp. Towards deep square leg for 4. Angling onto her pads a little bit, and Freya Kemp helps it on its way. She's a good stroke maker. Freya Kemp. Another important boundary to start the over straight away after the drinks break. And this time Freya Kemp swings it away leg side out towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Natalie Silverbrandt is back on strike. Moves across her stumps, pulls it away leg side again, deep mid wicket coming round. And Nat Silverbrandt picks up another single, getting close to 100 runs now. England only just over 5 overs left in this innings. Slow ball, swung away again, leg side, it's in the gap. Oh, good effort at deep mid wicket, but unable to stop it. And another boundary here for Freya Kemp. It didn't look like it would reach the boundary, but it has reached the boundary. 100 comes up for England. 100 comes up in 14.4 overs at the loss of 4 wickets. Second boundary in this over for Freya Kemp. This time Freya Kemp again goes down the ground towards long on and picks up another single. 11 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. So 1 more delivery left in this over, making the field changes now Australia. Last ball of the over coming up. That's right up in the block hole. Nat Silverbrandt hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. So 12 runs came from that over from Annabel Sutherland, and England women are 105 for 4 after 15 overs. So 5 overs left in this innings, and it's going to be Sophie Molyneux who's going to bowl the 16th over of this innings. This time it's driven again down the ground, long off, running around, can't get to it. Runs away for 4. Found the gap beautifully there. It was placed beautifully by Nat Silverbrandt. She's hung in there for quite a long time, and finally she finds the boundary. The captain of England. This time it's short, and Nat Silverbrandt pulls it towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Freya Kemp is back on strike, and can they get to that 160-170? Just like what India women got at this venue. I don't know whether it will be enough to defend, but at least they can give themselves a chance. That's cut away again. Straight to covers. Another dot ball from Sophie Molyneux. That's edged past third man. That might not reach the boundary. It will be pulled inside, and Freya Kemp will pick up another couple of runs. Went for the cut shot there, Freya Kemp. This time down the track again, and Freya Kemp hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Nat Silverbrandt is back on strike. Flicked away again by Silverbrandt out towards deep mid-wicket. And another single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over from Sophie Molyneux, and England women are 114 for 4 after 16 overs with 4 more overs to go in this innings. So 4 more overs left in this innings. It's going to be Kim Garth who will be bowling the 17th over. Natalie Silverbrandt is on strike on 43 from 41 balls. I mean, the fact that she has faced 41 balls is proving that she has batted for a long time, that is for sure. But now we are going into the slog overs of this innings. It's a wide down the leg side. Wide down the leg side. Kim Garth has to reload that one again. This time gives herself room. Gently flicks it leg side, and Natalie Silverbrandt again picks up another single. So Freya Kemp is back on strike. The second ball of the over coming up. They need to keep finding the boundaries, at least get towards 160, 170. Looking for the drive. Unable to make connection there. Outstandingly bowled outside the off stump from Kim Garth. Another dot ball. This time full. Freya Kemp hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. The singles alone are not going to do it for England. Need boundaries. Nat Silverbrandt is back on strike. They need to get to that 160, 170. Otherwise, Australia will back themselves to chase it down. They bat very deep, Australia. Goes for the paddle. It's over third man, would you believe it? And that runs away for 4. She was looking to hit it towards fine leg probably. But she's got it over third man. Doesn't matter how they come as long as they come. And Natalie Silverbrandt picks up another boundary, nearing another half century. And it also brings up the 50-run partnership between these two batters. Partnership of 51 from 35 balls between Nat Silverbrandt and Freya Kemp. This time it's on the pads and Nat Silverbrand flicks it away leg side towards deep square leg. Picks up another single. 8 runs have come from this over. They've just about crossed 120. Still 3 more overs left in this innings. And England need a good finish here to this innings. Oh, again full and wide. Goes for a drive. Misses it. Dot ball to finish that over. So even though a boundary came on that over, just 8 runs coming from that over. Kim Garth, very economical spell, finishes with 1 for 20 in her 4 overs. And England women are 122 for 4 after 17 overs. So 3 more overs left in this innings and it's going to be Ash Gardner to bowl the 18th over. That's pulled away by Natalie Silverbrand towards deep mid wicket. Just a single. I really don't know whether England are going to get to a competitive total. But a 50 for Nat Silverbrand. She's hung in there. Wickets were falling at the other end. But Nat Silverbrand again back-to-back 50s. Scored a half century in the semi-final against South Africa. And now a half century in the final as well. 50 from 45 balls. With 5 boundaries at a strike rate of 111.11. Big player performing on the biggest of occasions in a World Cup final like this. Ooh, coming down the wicket, a little bit of an inside edge. Freya Kemp picks up another single. Ash Gardner is a very deceptive bowler. Looking to deceive batters in the flight. Bowling it slower through the air. Oh, down the track again, maybe a little bit of an inside edge. Shayad there stumps. Oh! Puts in the dive there, Freya Kemp. Makes a ground. Another single, 3 singles in this over. This time pulled again, down to long on. And finds the gap, beats long on into the boundary for 4. So Freya Kemp is busy finding boundaries at the other end. It was pulled away beautifully there, once again piercing that gap perfectly. And finding another boundary. This time Freya Kemp drives it down the ground towards long off and picks up another single. Last ball of the over. Shot again. Nat Silverbrand pulls it leg side, again finding the fielders in the deep. As Nat Silverbrand picks up another single to finish the over. So just 9 coming from that over from Ash Gardner. And England women are 131 for 4 after 18 overs with 2 more overs to go in this innings. So Annabel Sutherland will be bowling the penultimate over. Just 2 more overs left in this innings. That's pulled away again by Silverbrand straight to the fielder at deep mid wicket for another single to start the over. Freya Kemp is back on strike. 11 more deliveries left in this innings, and Freya Kemp is more aggressive of both these batters now in this partnership. Moves across the stumps, hits it down the ground again towards long on, picks up another single. This partnership now 63 from 45 balls between Nat Silverbrandt and Freya Kemp. Can they at least get to 150 from here? I don't know whether it will be enough though, because Australia will surely back themselves to chase it down. Full toss. That's it, leg side as she found the gap. No, deep square leg again coming around. And Nat Silverbrandt will push for 2 and picks up another couple of runs. Full toss. Nat Silverbrandt could have hit it anywhere, but again hits it straight to the fielder at deep mid wicket and only picks up the single. Even the full tosses, Nat Silverbrandt is not able to find the boundary. The 5 runs have come from this over, still 2 balls left. Fifth ball of the over. That's a full toss again. Flicked away by Freya Kemp towards deep square leg and picks up another single. One more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over coming up. Right up in the block hole. Digged out by Natalie Silverbrandt. Another dot ball to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over from Annabel Sutherland. And England women are 137 for 4 after 19 overs. An excellent penultimate over from Annabel Sutherland. Just one more over to go now for England. So unfortunately, I think they might not reach 160. At least can they get to 150? One more over left. A very disciplined bowling performance. This Australian women's team, I really need to salute. Top quality bowling. Now Sophie Molyneux bowling the last over for Australia. And it's in the air, down the ground from Freya Kemp. 1 bounce to long on, just a single. How brave is this decision to bowl a spinner in the last over of an innings, particularly when a left-hander is also there. And this is why Australia are successful. They make risky decisions and it still pays off for them. And now Nat Silverbrandt is back on strike. I mean, you need to question the strike rate of Nat Silverbrandt. 51 balls, 55 runs. She should have scored a lot more with a higher strike rate. Then England would have got to a much better total. I mean, she has got a half century, but if you are batting at this strike rate, then I'm afraid it's not acceptable at all. That's again driven down the ground, long off coming around. And Nat Silverbrandt will push for 2. And they'll pick up another couple of runs, Nat Silverbrandt. I think Nat Silverbrandt has lost her bat as well in the process. So they've got to 140, still 4 more deliveries left in this innings. Third ball of the over coming up. This time comes down the wicket, he flicks it leg side towards deep mid wicket. And another single for Nat Silverbrandt. Singles are not going to do it here towards the end of this innings. Well, she goes down the ground. Freya Kemp down the ground for 6, is it? Has it gone all the way? I think it's gone all the way for 6. So finally, Freya Kemp giving the impetus that is required. A very important 6 which takes England close to 150. Still 2 more deliveries left in this innings. Two more deliveries left in this innings. 147 on the board. Swings it leg side again. No timing this time. It's towards deep mid wicket. And they'll come back for 2. Yes, they will. Another couple of runs for Freya Kemp. .149 now on the board. Couple of runs for Freya Kemp. Still 1 more delivery left in this innings. The last ball of the innings coming up. Freya Kemp on strike. Down the ground. Freya Kemp hasn't got timing. 1 bounced along on. They might push for 2. They can't get 2. They can't get 2. It's just a single, and that rounds off this innings with England women just about bringing up 150 on the board. 13 runs came from the last over, and England finish on exactly 150 for 4 at the end of their 20 overs, thanks to a really good partnership between Nat Brunt and Freya Kemp. I think one would be questioning whether that partnership was a little too slow for England, but nevertheless an unbeaten partnership of 80 from 55 balls between Nat Brunt and Freya Kemp has taken England to 150. But I mean, it was an innings for England where they just didn't look like getting momentum, and in the end a decent total, we can say, for England. I don't know whether it can be defended, because you always need to keep in your mind that India women scored 170 at this same venue. India women batted first. Once they scored 170, and that was not enough to defend. And that is why India women crashed out of the World Cup. So England have scored 20 runs less than what India scored at this particular venue. So we don't know whether we don't know whether it's a defendable total, but we can definitely say that it is a decent total. That is for sure. So if you look at England women's innings, well, Amy Jones got dismissed early. She scored only 6 runs. She has not had the best of tournaments this time, Amy Jones, that is for sure. Her poor form with the bat continued. And Danny Wyatt-Hodge had a really good group stage, but in the semi-final and final, again, unable to contribute. Danny Wyatt-Hodge, she also scored only 8. Heather Knight, again, unable to contribute. But it was really, again, the skipper, Nat Brunt, carrying this entire batting lineup along with her. 58 not out from 53 balls with 5 boundaries at a strike rate of 109.43. But the only issue for me is Nat Brunt just couldn't accelerate. Only 5 boundaries in 53 balls which she has faced. And I mean, that is an issue. When in a T20 innings, you need to be able to bat at a higher strike rate than this. But unfortunately, the England captain couldn't do that. And as a result, 58 from... I mean, she is still... I mean, Nat Brunt is still unbeaten with 58 from 53 balls. But if she could have batted at a strike rate above 150, then maybe... If she could have batted at a strike rate above 150, then maybe England could have got to a bigger total, like 170 to 180. But she couldn't do that. But half centuries in both the semi-final and the final for Nat Brunt, and she can be really proud of that. Alice Capsey also gave that impetus with that bat. Alice Capsey also gave the impetus with the bat, scoring 23 from 20 balls, out of which at 1 over of Ash Gardner, Alice Capsey took down by scoring 16 runs in that over. And then Freya Kemp towards the end provided the impetus with the bat as well. 44 from 28 balls with 4 boundaries and 1 6 at a strike rate of 157.14. And in fact, it was the impetus provided by Freya Kemp that actually took the total to 150, and that is why I'm saying when Freya Kemp was finding the boundaries, if Nat Silverbrandt had also batted at a higher strike rate, then they could have got to 170, 180. But 150 is a decent total, but Australia will surely back themselves to chase it down. You look at Australia's bowling performance, very, very disciplined bowling performance from Australia women today. Kim Garth, very economical, 1 for 20 in her 4 overs. Lucy Hamilton, 1 for 19 in her 3 overs. Sophie Molyneux, bravely bowling in the end overs as well, 1 for 32 in her 4 overs. And Annabel Sutherland, 1 for 34 in her 4 overs. Georgia Wareham, none for 9 in her 2 overs. And Ash Gardner, I think Ash Gardner was the only bowler who went above 10 economy today for Australia, none for 32 in her 3 overs as well. So, Australia women, when they come out to bat, will need 151 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs to win their 7th ICC Women's T20 World Cup title here at the home of cricket at Lord's. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So, hi guys, welcome back to the big run chase here. Australia women looking to chase down 151 runs. 21 for 1 after 2 overs. Lauren Bell picked up the wicket of Georgia Hall, but conceded 15 runs in that over. And now Phoebe Litchfield and Beth Mooney are on strike. But as I had said, against Australia, it's not enough you pick up 1 wicket. You need to pick up all the 10 wickets. Because any batter can take the game away from you. Lindsay Smith is the new bowler into the attack now for England, and straight away Mooney picks up a couple of runs to start the over. This time flicked away. Oh, straight to the fielder. Dot ball again from Lindsay Smith. So 2 runs from the first 2 balls of the over. That's swept away again by Mooney as she found the gap. Deep mid wicket, puts in the dive, but it goes through. It goes through for 4. Looking to dive there, but it's gone straight through that fielder at deep mid wicket, and Beth Mooney picks up yet another boundary. Australia are off to a flying start here in this run chase despite losing the wicket of Georgia Hall. This time defended back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Lindsay Smith. Now they need to keep taking wickets, England, otherwise this run chase will become a cakewalk for Australia, in all honesty. Is pulled away this time by Mooney out towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Phoebe Litchfield is back on strike. 1 ball that Litchfield has faced so far, she hit a boundary. Last ball of the over is tossed up again, and Litchfield goes down the ground to long off, picks up another single to finish the over. So good over here for England. 8 runs came from that over, and Australia women are 29 for 1 after 3 overs. So 122 needed from the last 17 overs for Australia. Straight away the current run rate 9.67, and England badly need wickets. Lauren Bell continuing into her second over. That's on the pads, and Phoebe Litchfield flicks it away leg side towards deep square leg and picks up another single to start the over. Second ball of the over. Mooney comes down the wicket, drives it down the ground, past mid-off. That'll run away for 4. Beautiful timing and placement once again from Beth Mooney. Getting it past that fielder at mid-off. Picks up her second boundary in this innings. So the keeper comes up to the stumps for Beth Mooney, who this time looking to flick it away leg side, unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Lauren Bell. This time Mooney goes big. Over mid-on. 1 bounce, 2 bounces and into the boundary for 4. Second boundary in this over. Beth Mooney taking on Lauren Bell and succeeding in doing so. England feeling the pressure here. In this final, Australia look like becoming 7-time champions. In this Women's T20 World Cup, the way they are going now at the moment, England are feeling the pressure. This time gives herself room and Mooney punches it out towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Now what a start this is to the run chase for Australia. England needed early wickets to put pressure, but it's an aggressive start from the Australian batters, and this is the problem, isn't it, for Australia? They have so much batting depth that any batter can take the game away from the opposition. It's not enough you pick up 1 wicket. You need to keep on taking wickets. That's a wide down the leg side. Litchfield will pick up the single, look to come back for 2 as well. Valuable runs here for Australia. Wide plus a couple of runs. And well, this is looking very, very tough for England at the moment. They've had a really good campaign, but this is an absolute monster team in Australia, women. 2 extra runs to the total. Mooney is back on strike. There's still 1 more delivery left. Extra ball has to be bowled. Lauren Bell has been expensive already. Last ball of the over. Oh, that's placed beautifully. Cut away beautifully for 4. Used the pace beautifully there, Beth Mooney. Ends the over with a boundary. A huge over for Australia. 16 runs came from that over from Lauren Bell. And Australia women are 45 for 1. So Charlie Dean is back into the attack. And this time it's tossed up and Litchfield drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball to start the over. This time swept away by Litchfield. It's in the gap again. 4 more. Phoebe Litchfield this time getting into the act. Runs coming from both ends for Australia. They're in a hurry to get this run chase done with. It's slipping away from England at the moment. The host team are getting fried by Australia in this final. 49 for 1 already in just 4.2 overs, and England are defending only 151. Mentioned earlier, India couldn't defend 171 against this team. So 151 should also not be enough. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Down the track. And that's a big shot from Litchfield. Over long off for 6. 50 comes up for Australia women. Phoebe Litchfield. She has had a very ordinary tournament so far. But come at the hour, come at the big stage. She is finding some form. And the required run rate is down to 6.26. What are England going to do here? That is the big question. Third ball of the over. In fact, fifth ball of the over. And Litchfield punches it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Already 10 have come from this over. They're getting the runs very quickly here, Australia. This time comes down the wicket, defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over from Charlie Dean. And Australia women are 55 for 1 after 5 overs, just needing another 96 more runs to win from the last 15 overs. So Lindsay Smith now continuing into her second over. England badly need wickets here. It's short this time. Mooney hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. So looks like a wait for an ICC title is going to continue for England women. They have not won any World Cup since 2017. And even if they breach all the other teams, Australia is again proving to be a problem for England in these big matches. Goes for the reverse sweep, appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out, maybe pitching outside leg. Maybe pitching outside leg. And Atsiva Brunt will have a discussion whether she wants to go for the review or not, but they are not going to go for it. It's pitching outside leg, so you can't do anything. Timer is done, they are not going for the review. Third ball of the over. This time cut away straight to covers. Another dot ball. This time again down the wicket. Litchfield flicks it leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. This time shot again, pulled away, it's in the gap. 4 more, boundaries are flowing for Australia. Once again loose delivery from Lindsay Smith. And Beth Mooney does not miss out on those freebies. Picks up yet another boundary. Can you believe it? Australia women are frying the home team in front of their home crowd. I think we have seen this somewhere before in a different gender. We are seeing it now in women's cricket as well. This time it's tossed up. Mooney hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over from Lindsay Smith. And Australia women are 62 for 1 after 6 overs after the power play. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break. Freya Kemp is the new bowler into the attack. That's guided away again by Beth Mooney towards the third man for 4. It's looking all too easy at the moment for Australia. I think we can simply say phenomenal from Australia at the moment. Equation almost down to a run a ball now. This time it's flicked away again towards square leg, and Beth Mooney picks up another single. Last ball of the over. Litchfield again down the wicket, flicks it leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over from Freya Kemp. And Australia women are 72 for 1 after 7 overs. Sophie Eccleston is the new bowler into the attack. Australia women just needing another 79 more runs to win from the last 13 overs. Sophie Eccleston around the wicket, and that's flicked away by Litchfield out towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Beth Mooney is back on strike. This time on the pads, Mooney drives it down the ground to long on. Another single. Required run rate is only 6.08. Looks like finally England women are going to lose a home World Cup, and guess what? It is in the hands of Australia. They're going to lose to Australia. And Litchfield drives it straight to covers for another dot ball. Well, if we need to draw parallels between this tournament and another tournament, that's swept away by Litchfield. Pass fine leg, races away for 4. Boundaries just continuing to flow. Someone needs to call, the England need to call someone. They need to call emergency now to stop all these boundaries, because the game is slipping away from their hands now, and the equation requirement is under a run a ball now for Australia. They are racing towards their 7th ICC Women's T20 World Cup title. Back to winning titles will be... This time comes down the wicket. Litchfield drives it towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. What a partnership this is turning out to be. Counter-attacking at its very, very best. Last ball of the over. And Mooney again drives it down the ground towards long off and picks up another single to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over from Sophie Eccleston. And Australia women are motoring along here. 80 for 1 after 8 overs. So just 71 more needed now for Australia. If we need to draw parallels with this tournament, with another tournament, 2023 Men's ODI World Cup, India were unbeaten till the final. India were the hosts and they were unbeaten till the final. And guess what? Australia silenced Narendra Modi Stadium, Ahmedabad, and won the World Cup in the final. Now come back to this tournament. England women, they are the hosts. They are unbeaten till the final. Australia silencing the home of cricket in Lords, and they are winning this Women's T20 World Cup. You really need to take your. I don't have a hat now. If anyone has a hat, you need to take your hat off to Australia, because they thrive in these kind of big matches. And even India and England, India men's team in 2023 men's ODI World Cup, and England women's team in this World Cup are unable to do anything to Australia, despite being the hosts and despite being the favourites at home. So Danny Gibson is the new bowler into the attack, and Beth Mooney again hits it leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. It's under a runner ball now. This should be easily done for Australia. This partnership now 64 from just 38 balls between Phoebe Litchfield and Beth Mooney. Both these southpaws taking the game away from England. This time an inside edge towards mid wicket. Another dot ball from Danny Gibson. This time driven it straight down the ground, long on, long off, coming around, cannot do anything about it. Races into the boundary for 4, brings the equation further down now, just 66 more needed. Just a matter of when are they going to finish this run chase, that is for sure. This time Litchfield drives it out towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Mooney is back on strike. This time gives herself room. Cuts it straight to point, another dot ball. You have to feel for England, had a good tournament actually. Nat Silverbrunt was injured for 3 matches in the group stages, and Charlie Dean I thought did a really good job. As stand-in captain, I think Charlie Dean did a really good job. And then even in the semi-final, after Nat Silverbrunt came back in the semi-final, I don't know whether until Nat Silverbrunt was out of the team, it looked as though Charlie Dean was doing a good job as a leader. And it looked as though Nat Silverbrunt was not needed for them, because Sophia Dunkley was stepping up with the bat nicely as well. But once Nat Silverbrunt came back in the semi-final, suddenly all the other batters are not contributing. The entire dependence is shifting on Nat Silverbrunt. And even Nat Silverbrunt's strike rate today is questionable. Well, they are checking a run out here. Is she short of her ground? No, she is not. She has made her ground. Thought for a moment maybe there was a wicket available there, but nope. So the decision will be not out. 7 runs came from that over from Danny Gibson. And Australia women are cruising along here, 87 for 1 after 9. Well, I think England can still keep their heads high, but I think the only thing is that the attack. Mooney hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. So England women's wait for another World Cup title is going to continue, because if every other team is struggling to beat Australia, England are also struggling to beat Australia. Australia's winning streak is going to continue over England in the finals. Slow ball. Litchfield picks the slow ball. It's it past mid-off. 4 more. They're running away with this at the moment, Australia. Litchfield with yet another boundary. This partnership now 75 from 45 balls. And Australia getting closer and closer. Just 59 more required now for another World Cup title. Put away again. In the gap again for 4 back-to-back boundaries from Phoebe Litchfield. She is in a hurry at the moment. Poor bowling once again. Lauren Bell, normally you would expect she's a really good bowler. Bowled really well for RCB and England for such a long time, but bowling too many loose balls. And Litchfield is not going to miss out on those. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Running away with this now, Australia. It's flicked away again down the ground towards mid-wicket, and Litchfield picks up another single. Well, South Africa, I really wish South Africa all the best for the future. At least they are coming to the semi-finals and finals. But when Australia are playing like this, I'm telling you, even if South Africa women had won their semi-final, still Australia would have been overwhelming favourites in the final. Because if England, Africa would have stopped this team, that is for sure. As we see another good over here for Australia, 11 runs have come from that over, and Australia women are 98 for 1 after 10 overs. Just 53 more needed now from the last 10 overs. Absolutely cruising along at the moment. This tournament, the Women's T20 World Cup, they have been losing continuously in the semi-finals and finals. So even England are now suffering. Even England are not able to cross the knockouts hurdle. Talking about South Africa, we should not forget that even England are struggling. We should not forget that even England are struggling to cross the semi-final hurdle and final hurdle. Lindsay Smith back into the attack. Well, in the end, it turned out to be a one-sided final. It's looking like a one-sided final at the moment. Lindsay Smith now coming around the wicket. This time cut away again towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single. 100 comes up for Australia. 100 comes up in 10.2 overs between Phoebe Litchfield and Beth Mooney. 2 of the most dynamic batters for Australia women. Mooney gives herself room, cuts it straight to cover. Hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. So just 50 more needed now. Litchfield goes for the reverse, switch it. Gets it over the top. Everything that Litchfield touches today turns to gold. Picks up yet another boundary and getting closer to her half century. Whole tournament, Litchfield has struggled, but on the biggest of stages in a World Cup final at Lord's. In fact, it's gone all the way for 6. So first six for Litchfield in this innings, getting closer to her second 6 for Litchfield in this innings, getting closer to her half century now. This time Litchfield looks to slog it but misses it. Another dot ball to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over from Lindsay Smith. And Australia women are 107 for 1 after 11 overs. So Sophie Eccleston is now back into the attack, into her second over. Mooney gives herself room, hits it over the top of covers, and that runs away for 4 as well. How easily are both these batters finding the boundaries? Just a treat to watch both these batters. Yet another boundary to start the over. Just 40 more runs needed now for Australia. World Cup is going back to Australia, that is for sure today. Oh, this time beats the outside edge of Mooney. Another dot ball from Sophie Eccleston. So Beth Mooney also nearing her half century. You have to feel for England. This is not the way to get, literally they are getting fried. As Mooney again flicks it straight to mid-wicket. Another dot ball. Fried is an understatement actually, in all honesty. I'm trying to keep it in simple words because this is domination of the highest order here at the home of cricket at Lord's. Mooney drives it again towards covers. Oh, a little fumble there, mix up between 2 fielders. And Mooney picks up another single. Oh, Litchfield looking for the switch hit there, but this time unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Sophie Eccleston. Last ball of the over coming up. Oh, wide down the leg side probably. Yes, given as a wide by the umpire. Sophie Eccleston has to reload that one again. Oh, looking for the reverse sweep. Misses it altogether. Another dot ball to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over from Sophie Eccleston. And Australia women are 113 for 1 after 12 overs. So partnership of 96 from 61 balls between Phoebe Litchfield and Beth Mooney. And surely a match-winning partnership, you would think. Seventh Women's T20 World Cup title in the making for Australia women. They have already won the Women's ODI World Cup as well 7 times. Australian women's team is seriously elite. They always play elite level cricket, that is for sure. I would say that only if law of averages catch up with Australia women, they will miss out on winning a World Cup title. And that is the only opportunity for any other team to win a World Cup. Charlie Dean coming around the wicket. And Beth Mooney drives it again towards covers and picks up another single to start the over. Because if you look at the Women's T20 World Cup, the title winners till now, 2009 England women won it, and then 2010, 2012, 2014, 3 in a row Australia women won. In 2016, law of averages caught up with Australia. That's why they lost against West Indies in the final, and West Indies women won the title in 2016. Because law of averages caught up with Australia. Clearly, you cannot keep on winning, right? You need to slip up at some stage, and Australia slipped up in that final. And again, routine work again, 2018, 2020, 2023. 3 in a row once again for Australia. 2018, 2020, 2023, under Meg Lanning, Australia women kept on winning. And then again in 2024, law of averages caught up with Australia. That's why South Africa women eliminated Australia in that semi-final. And New Zealand women went on to win the title. Now again back to winning titles in 2026. So I would say that the only chance for any other team will be if law of averages stops Australia women. Because winning is a habit for Australia women. You cannot change that. Winning titles is a habit for Australia women. But there is something called law of averages. That law of averages will catch up with anyone. You cannot keep on winning. There will be ups and downs. So law of averages will catch up. You need to wait for the law of averages to again catch up with Australia, I would think. Because that is the level of domination they have. 2 more deliveries left in this over. This time driven again past covers, and Litchfield might push for 2 here. They will get 200. Partnership comes up between these 2 batters. Simply phenomenal batting from both these batters. Not giving England any inch to come into this game. Partnership of 100 from just 66 balls between Phoebe Litchfield and Beth Mooney. And Beth Mooney also getting to a half century as well. 50 from 38 balls with 7 boundaries, and they're doing it very, very easily at the moment. Just 34 away now. Last ball of the over coming up from Dean. Oh, and his push has gone through. He's gone through Phoebe Litchfield. So finally a breakthrough for England. 100-run partnership has been broken. Litchfield looking to flick it away leg side. It goes straight through and castles into middle stump. And England are not celebrating much because they know that this game has slipped away from them. Just 34 needed for Australia. And that partnership might have well sealed this game. Phoebe Litchfield is gone after scoring 48 from 35 balls, and Australia women have lost their second wicket, 117 for 2 after 13 overs. So Elise Perry is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 4. Just 34 more needed. Freya Kemp back into the attack. Oh, looking to swing it away leg side. It's gone towards short fine leg. Another dot ball to start the over. Really well bowled there by Charlie Dean to get the wicket of Faber Litchfield, but it's all too late, you would think. Game is slipping away from England. That's helped on its way. It's in the gap again, and that will run away for 4. It's just too easy, isn't it, for someone like a Beth Mooney? Just place it in the offside, place it leg side, help it on its way. Such easy life, easy batting. Another boundary, 8th boundary for Mooney in this innings. And just 30 more required now. Australia women are the queens of women's cricket. And this time it's an inside edge past the keeper. And that will run away for 4. Even luck is favouring Australia. Back-to-back boundaries. Beth Mooney is unstoppable. Australia are unstoppable. 26 more required. Three more deliveries left in this over. What do you do now? Oh, that's leading edge in the air. Did it carry? Did it carry there? Freya Kemp put in the dive, but I think it hasn't carried. Was looking to flick it away there. I think it hasn't carried. Need to see the replay. Oh dear, that will go down as a drop catch, will it? Or are they checking the run out at the non-striker's end? Now, did she get a hand on this? Well, I was checking whether it was a cotton ball, but looks like Elise Perry might have been backing up too much at the non-striker's end, so they are checking the run out. We have seen these kind of wickets before. Non-striker backing up too far and getting run out. Has she got a finger on it, Freya Kemp? Well, they're still checking. There's no doubt that the batter was backing up too far. I think she's just got a little finger on it. It won't matter anyways because Australia are cruising along. Just 26 more needed, but England just looking to pick up wickets here. So it looks like Freya Kemp has not got a hand on it, so the decision will remain not out. Beth Mooney survives. Just 26 more needed now. 5th ball of the over. Mooney goes down the ground, over mid-off. And another boundary. 3rd boundary in this over for Beth Mooney. Well, Australian batters are just having fun. Normal day, normal service resumes for them at World Cups. This is exactly what they do. Crushing oppositions for fun. Picks up yet another boundary. Just becomes easier now for Australia women. This time it's helped on its way, but short fine leg is there, so it will be another dot ball to finish the over. But what an over for Australia. 12 runs came from that over, and Australia women are 129 for 2. Australia women are 129 for 2 after 14 overs, and it's also the time for the drinks break. So Australia women are dominating this final at the moment at the home of cricket at Lord's. Just 22 more needed from the last 6 overs. We come to the end of the drinks break. Beth Mooney, the star of the show today for Australia, 62 from 44 balls with 10 boundaries at a strike rate of 140.91. They say that big players stand up under pressure, and Beth Mooney is doing exactly that. So Charlie Dean now back into the attack, into her last over. Elise Perry is on strike. Ooh, that beats the outside edge of Elise Perry. Another dot ball to start the over. Elise Perry hasn't quite gotten off the mark yet. She hasn't even faced a ball. I mean, this is the first ball that she has faced, in all honesty. Mooney has been doing all the damage from the other end. This time driven again towards covers, and Perry picks up another single. Elise Perry gets off the mark with a single. So the Australia men's team won an ODI World Cup, beating the host team India in India. Now Australia women are silencing the home of cricket, Lord's crowd. Is there anything more left to achieve for Australian cricket team? I would think. I would really wonder. Coming over the wicket now, Charlie Dean. Mooney gives herself room, drives it. Straight to covers, another dot ball from Charlie Dean. You got a feel for England though. It's, such a good campaign, didn't deserve this kind of an ending as far as England was concerned. But there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser. And to be very honest, between both these teams, Australia are the better team. That's too wide. He has given us a wide by the umpire. Charlie Dean has to reload that one again. Extra run again for Australia. This time Mooney gives herself room, cuts it straight to point. Chance of run out was there, but a quick single completed by Beth Mooney. Gives the strike back to Elise Perry. There's 19 more needed now. The England women are going to lose a World Cup at home for the very first time. But they can be proud of the way they have been unbeaten till the final. But breaching Fortress Australia is completely a different story altogether. As Perry comes down the wicket, hits it up in the air, clears mid off. That'll run away for 4. So Elise Perry decides that she is also going to join the party and picks up her first boundary in this innings. There's 15 more required now for Australia. So last ball of the over coming up from Charlie Dean. Just changed her angle, coming around the wicket now. And this time Perry goes down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over from Charlie Dean, and Australia women are 137 for 2 after 15 overs. Well, we mentioned earlier that India women in that must-win game at this venue against Australia, India actually played well in that game. India women scored 170 batting first. And India looked good to win that game as well. But guess what? Australia chased it down. So if 171 cannot be defended against this Australian team, how can you defend 151? England needed to post 180 on the board today, but they couldn't do it. But the way Australia are batting, even 180, I don't know whether it would have been enough, but at least you could have put that scoreboard pressure in the run chase. Sophie Eccleston now back into the attack, just 14 required. Elise Perry on strike. Eccleston around the wicket. Oh, looking to flick it away, it's gone off the pads. Another dot ball to start the over. This time down the wicket, Perry flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Mooney is back on strike. I think you cannot blame India that much for getting... obviously, India couldn't qualify for the semi-final this time around. But I mean, India women defeated Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Netherlands in their group. Australia, you can write even before the match has started. You can write that you have lost your game against Australia because that is the brand of cricket this Australian team is playing. So basically, India women have lost only one game in this tournament. Only one loss against South Africa. For that, India women got eliminated. Because I won't even consider that Australia lost, although I think India women played really well in that game. India batted first, they scored 171, they played really well in that game, gave themselves a good opportunity of winning that game. So I would consider that as a win against Australia. But beating this Australian team, if England are losing like this against Australia, then India, I'm afraid, cannot do anything. So basically, it was only one defeat for India. I know many people are critical about India women's elimination in the group stage, but only one defeat in a World Cup has cost them the tournament. That is how I would look at it. Oh, looking to flick it away. Appeal file BW. Umpire says not out. Can they go for the review here? Game is almost done. They might as well go for it. At least get a few wickets. They have gone for the review. Mooney was looking to play across the line. And maybe they can get another wicket here. But just 11 more needed now for Australia. Could it be missing the leg stump? That is the big question. Doesn't appear to be any bat involved in that. Alisa Healy retired from international cricket earlier in this year. Sophie Molyneux was made as the new T20 captain for Australia women. And looks like Sophie Molyneux is going to straight away begin her captaincy journey with the T20 World Cup title. But as far as Australia women is concerned, it just doesn't matter who is the captain, because they are known for doing this. They are known for dominating. It doesn't matter. You can make Annabel Sutherland as the captain. They will still continue to play like this. You can make Beth Mooney as the captain. They will still continue to play like this. Yeah, you can make Ash Gardner as the captain. They will still continue to play like this. And every Australian captain is getting rewarded with World Cup titles. That shows how dominant they are. Doesn't appear to be any bat involved in that. So no bat involved for Beth Mooney. We'll have to go to ball tracking to see whether it's hitting the stumps or missing the stumps. I'm still checking whether there was any bat involved in that, but there's no bat involved. That is for sure. Moving on to ball tracking, pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets hitting the stumps. Wow. That is a good review from England. They've got the wicket, but it's all too late. Finger goes up. The decision is overturned. And Beth Mooney has to go, but she'll get a standing ovation from her dugout. Almost a match-winning innings for Australia. What an innings from Beth Mooney. She's gone after scoring 64 from 49 balls. And Australia women are 140 for 3 after 16 overs. There's just 11 more needed for victory. So Ash Gardner is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 5. They have all the time in the world to get these 11 runs. Just 11 more runs needed now for Australia. Yet again, Australia silencing a home crowd. The home of cricket, Lords, is getting silenced. I don't know where else they are going to silence any other crowd. The official, I think we can term Australia as the official silencers of cricket. Lindsay Smith back into the attack. That's flicked away down the ground, straight to mid-on. Another dot ball to start the over. We still have Georgia Wareham, Annabel Sutherland, Nicola Carey. How many batters do they bat? That's down the track, gets it past mid-off. That'll run away for 4. Elise Perry again using her feet beautifully. Picks up yet another boundary. It's down to single digits now. Just 7 more needed. Australia can see the light. It's coming closer and closer now. This time down the track again, in the air, and it's taken. It's taken at mid-off. Elise Perry holds out, just hit a boundary of the previous ball, was looking to go again. Couldn't get hold of it this time. Really good catch diving forward at mid-off. But again, no big celebrations for England because they know that this game is gone for them. Just 7 more runs needed for Australia, but they lose their 4th wicket. Lindsay Smith gets the breakthrough. Elise Perry has to go. We'll have 2 new batters at the crease for Australia. They have gone upstairs, in fact. The umpires have gone upstairs to check whether it's a fair catch or not. But I think that catch was taken cleanly. Oh, that's well taken. That's really well taken at mid-off. That's a clean catch in all honesty. That's a clean catch, so I think Perry will have to go. Fourth wicket will go down, but just 7 more needed. It's all too late for England. They needed all these wickets much earlier in this innings. Anyone can finish it off now for Australia. It's no big deal for them, just 7 more needed. Just checking whether the ball bounced before carrying to the fielder. But I mean, as far as I can see it, I think it's a clean catch. I don't think it has bounced. Has it bounced on the ground? It's very touch and go. I think the benefit of the doubt should go to the fielder, you would think. Decision on the big screen coming up. Not out is the decision. Oh dear. That could surely become a controversy. Eccleston cannot believe it. England cannot believe it. It's given as not out on the big screen. Well, England, you cannot do anything. Umpire's decision, you have to accept it. Oh my goodness gracious. I thought it was a clean catch in all honesty, but I think there was just an element of doubt whether the ball hit the ground or not. But it's gone Australia's way. Anyways, it was not going to matter because Australia only needs 7 more runs. It's not that that wicket is going to turn the game upside down. It's nowhere in that kind of a situation. But yeah, these kind of decisions can impact the result of the game provided it's a 50-50 game. But Australia are still dominating this. They are still going to get over the line. 4th ball of the over. Down the track again, driven away towards deep extra covers. Ellis Perry picks up another single. Obviously, England were not happy with that decision, but you cannot do anything about it. Umpire's decision is final. I thought that was a clean catch in all honesty. The benefit of the doubt should go to the fielders for those kind of catches. This time flicked away again by Ash Gardner towards deep mid-wicket. Another single, doing it in singles now. Just 5 more needed for victory. Basically 1 hit away from winning another World Cup, Australia. I think England need to calm down a little bit. It's not that that wicket was not going to do anything at all. Annabel Sutherland will come in next and finish the game. Only 5 required now. This time pulled straight to mid-wicket. Another dot ball to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over from Lindsay Smith. And Australia women are 146 for 3 after 17 overs. So it's going to be a 7th Women's T20 World Cup title for the mighty Australia women team. Back to their best in World Cups, that is for sure. So just 5 required now. Sophie Eccleston back into the attack. Gardner comes down the wicket, hits it over the top. Over mid-on, ball lands safely. They will push for 2. In fact, it's running away for 4, is it? No, good fielding. Good fielding at long on. They'll come back for 3, in fact, I think. Or have they come back for... No, only couple of runs. Couple of runs to start the over. So 3 more runs needed now for victory. Gardner keeps the strike. Second ball of the over, 3 required. Oh, that's a wide down the leg side. It goes past the keeper. That'll run away for 4 and that'll be it. Game over. Australia women are once again the champions of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. They had a break the last edition. They missed out in 2020. They missed out in 2024, but they are back to what they do best. Back to winning titles under the new captaincy of Sophie Molyneux. This Australia women's team have done what is expected of them. They have gone unbeaten through this tournament, and they have gone all the way and have become champions once again of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026 for the 7th time in their history. 7-time champions out of 10 editions is simply crazy as far as Australia women is concerned. Only 3 times they missed out, and we can say that probably they are winning so many titles, they also need a break from winning. So they take a break in those in-between years by missing out on winning the title. You need a holiday, isn't it? Like, it's just like you're going to an office, you're working for from Monday to Saturday you're working. Sunday you take a break. You need a holiday on Sunday. For all those who are going to office, I think you can relate with what I'm saying. From Monday to Saturday you're working, Sunday you get a holiday. Again Monday to Saturday you work, Sunday you get a holiday. Like that, Australia women, they keep on winning. Whenever they need a break, they will lose. That is how they will miss out on World Cup titles. I mean, jokes apart, it has just been a complete dominant performance here. You have to feel for England though. A really good campaign, but not to be for them. Completely outplayed by the better team on the day. Australia women have outplayed England at the home of cricket at Lord's. We'll just have a look at the run chase from Australia. Georgia Wall was out early. Lauren Bell picked up the wicket of Georgia Wall, but that partnership between Phoebe Litchfield and Beth Mooney just completely sealed the run chase. Partnership of 100 from 67 balls between Beth Mooney and Phoebe Litchfield. And I mean, there itself the run chase was sealed. After that, England couldn't have done much. I mentioned earlier that 150 was a below par total posted by England. Even though Nat Brunt scored a half century, I feel that her strike rate today was questionable. I mean, given the way Freya Kemp was batting at the other end, Nat Brunt needed to bat at a much higher strike rate. 58 from 53 balls from a player of the quality of Nat Brunt is completely unacceptable. And that is where I think England couldn't get to a competitive total, and they were just not able to put enough pressure on Australia. And in the end, in reply, Australia women completely, chasing it down with absolute ease and winning this final here by 7 wickets. The Phoebe Litchfield 48 from 35 balls, Beth Mooney 64 from 49 balls, match-winning performances with the bat. And towards the end, Elise Perry as well with a small contribution of 13 from 12 balls. And mentioned earlier, this Australian women's team, they have 11 match winners. Any one player can take the game away. Sometimes you have to feel that Australia women's team playing with 11 players is illegal, because one player will play like 11 players. That is how dangerous they are in these World Cups. So if you look at England women's bowling, Charlie Dean 1 for 28 in her 4 overs. Lauren Bell surprisingly today was taken apart by the Australian batters. She was completely rattled in the power play after getting the wicket of Georgia Wall. Very expensive today, Lauren Bell. 1 for 38 in her 3 overs. Lindsay Smith, none for 30 in her 4 overs. Freya Kemp, none for 22 in her 2 overs. Sophie Eccleston also only managing to pick up 1 wicket, but 1 for 24 in her 3.1 overs. And Danny Gibson bowled only 1 over, none for 7 as well. And you have to say that just not enough runs on the board as far as England are concerned. And Australia women doing what they do best and winning this final by 7 wickets. And also to mention, this is the first time that England women's team are losing a Women's World Cup at home. England women have never lost a home World Cup before this. So for the first time, England women are losing a World Cup in front of their own home crowd. And once again, the opposition who have silenced the home crowd is Australia. A la 2023 Men's ODI World Cup. That is for sure. And also, Australia women have never lost against England women in a World Cup final till now. So Australia women maintaining their unbeaten winning streak against England women in ICC Women's World Cup finals. Across formats, England women have not managed to defeat Australia women in a World Cup final so far. So that is something that England women need to reflect upon. So even for a team like England, breaching Fortress Australia is turning out to be a hurdle. The two best teams made it to the final. You have to feel for England though. It was a well-fought campaign for England. But Australia women, they were the better team today, winning this game, winning this final by 7 wickets. Champions of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026 for the 7th time in their history. So I hope you all enjoyed the coverage of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. Normal service resumes for Australia. After missing it in 2024, the ICC Women's T20 World Cup is going back to Australia, and they can be incredibly proud of this effort. Under the captaincy of Sophie Molyneux, the young captaining Australia in her very first World Cup, has led them to the T20 World Cup title. That is for sure. And it was a really exciting ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. I hope you all enjoyed our coverage of this World Cup. So we'll be back again with many more tournaments in our channel. Cognizant MLC 2026 is still happening. We will cover that match, and there's also some bilateral series happening. So we'll be back again with more exciting cricketing content. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys. Cheers and good night.
Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.